Hey, Throttle Jockey here again with another tune video. This is my Rat Rod Mud Dragster tune. So you can see I run it in... oh, you know what? I'm doing this backwards. Oh, well, heck. We'll go through the tuning afterward here. I guess I'm going to do this one in reverse order. Get back and follow camera. So from this end, I've been having some issues launching from the other end of the pit. And I got them mostly sorted. There's still one finicky thing. So if you let the suspension settle all the way, or even if, you know, if there's a little bit of bounce to it still, it launches great. But if you let it settle all the way, from this end of the pit, it still launches just perfect like I'd like. But this end of the pit over here is a little deeper. And if you start from right here at the corner of it where I usually start from, this tire is actually in slightly shallower mud than this tire, because this area over here is deeper than this area over here. And this is where it doesn't seem to want to act right. See that? But, watch this. I'll move just a tad bit to the right here so that both tires are in the deeper part. And go ahead and let it settle all the way. And off she goes. Launches like crazy. That's the one thing, just slight little finicky thing I haven't sorted out yet. I did increase the rear damping to maximum, and that seemed to help somewhat. You know, I've tried increasing and decreasing the front stiffness. Of course, you know, we don't want damping up there. But let's see, I'll put it in the one weird spot. And so it should launch just fine at you know, the Woodlands drag mud drag spot. But so I just won't let it settle quite all the way, and there it goes. But if you're lining up for a mud drag and waiting for a while, of course it's going to settle all the way. So it seems like right now you just need to make sure your tires, your rear tires, you don't have one in deep mud and shallow mud. That's the one thing I haven't been able to sort out yet. But I did get it to launch, you know, well from both ends, as long as you're not in that one particular spot. And to be honest, I'm not all that worried about that. Because if you're out here mud dragging with somebody, you're not going to be right in the center. Well, maybe somebody will be, actually, if you have three of you. But if you start from over here to the left a little bit, it should probably launch just fine as well. Yeah, see. So, I mean, it's fast. This sucker is the fastest thing I've ever seen in the mud. It just has that one little issue that... oh, I wasn't fully repaired. I wonder if that will help. Like, it was like a Mickey Mouse laugh almost. Alright, let's try this. Brap! Oh yeah, see, it did it that time. Well, I guess, I don't know. You never know. I'd still like to sort that out better, but it's pretty dang good for now. I'll go back to the yard and go through the tuning here. Meanwhile, check this out. This is where I started. So I was trying to make a much better looking tune. Oh man, I like this so much better. It looks awesome. And this is the tune for it. You know, I took what I learned from the Jeep and kind of applied it to this. Made some changes. The front stiffness is a lot higher on this tune. And right now I have mine up at 30 instead of 20. But yeah, that's where I started. Go ahead and try this if you want. It's way cooler looking. It does stand up on its tail way faster, but that's kind of a problem because it just stands up on its tail. It doesn't really go anywhere, and then once it comes back down, it kind of launches and takes off. But this one's way faster, even though it's a goofy looking thing. But here, we'll go through it. So the axis width is max, damping is nil, or minimum anyway. Stiffness is 30 grand, or close as I could get to it, and travel is maxed. In the rear, we have max width, max damping, no rear steering, max stiffness, and matched travel to the front, 50. Wheels and tires in the front is 1.3 and minimum width. In the rear, I think we just have minimum radius and maximum width. Yep. Gears. First gear is important, 3.7. I've tried changing this higher, changing it lower. I don't like it either way. I had this at 3.7 on the previous tune I just showed you before I even tried these tires. And it just happened, I just happened to luck out and be on the exact right number when I changed to these tires. And it just launched. And I was like, whoa! And then when I tried to tune it and change it, it messed it up. So I was like, well, that was a fortuitous happenstance. So second gear is 2.0, third gear is 1.2, fourth gear is 0.9, and fifth gear is 0.7. Low is only at 1.0. With them little bitty tires, you don't need much of a low gear. But I've been trying to, see if I could get low gear to help it launch better. And I might end up at some point trying this like way up here somewhere before it switches to an actual higher gear and see what happens. I'm not sure exactly where this changes from a lower gear to a higher gear, but it's up here somewhere. I'm going to find that someday, exactly right where it changes. But anyway, I think that's about it. It's supercharged, gas engine, supercharged, fully upgraded, with perfect dyno tune, all that good stuff. And it's pretty dang good for now. I'll let you know and do an update if I sort out all the little things that are still like just one end of that pit where if your tires are in different mud, it doesn't quite seem to want to launch right, but that other one stands up and goes no matter what. But it just doesn't get all that forward momentum. I mean, the more you stand it up on its tail, the more you aren't just launching forward. And that's what I was trying to do with this. So even though it's a goofy looking son of a gun, it's just so dang fast. I gotta go with it, So that's the Mud Drag Rat Rod. Hope you like it. See you next time.